AC recharge, $150 to $200 at any shop in America. New compressor, $800 to $1,500 installed. Full AC system replacement, $1,200 to $3,800 depending on your vehicle. Here's what most shops won't tell you. In 60 to 70% of cases where a car AC stops blowing cold, the refrigerant is fine. The compressor is fine. The entire system is fine. The problem costs nothing to fix, and it takes under 20 minutes. Japanese mechanics have known this for decades. American dealerships charge you $200 to do something you can do in your driveway for free. I'm going to show you exactly what it is, exactly why it works, and exactly when it won't, because that part matters too. Why Japanese mechanics? Before we get into this, let me explain why Japanese mechanics specifically. Japan has the highest vehicle longevity rate in the developed world. The average car in Japan runs for 13 years before retirement. In the US, that number is 12.5 years. But the gap is not about the cars, it's about the maintenance philosophy. Japanese automotive culture is built on one principle. Fix the simple thing first, always. Before you spend money, before you replace parts, before you touch a single bolt, eliminate the free fixes. What you're about to learn is one of those free fixes, and it applies to virtually every car on American roads right now. Why your AC stopped working. Let's start with what's actually happening inside your AC system, because understanding this is what makes the fix make sense. Your car's AC system has 5 main components: the compressor, the condenser, the expansion valve, the evaporator, and the cabin air filter. Most people know about the first 4. Almost nobody thinks about the 5th one, and that is exactly where the problem starts. Here is how your AC system actually works. Your compressor pressurizes refrigerant. That's the cooling chemical in the system. That pressurized refrigerant travels to the condenser, which sits right behind your front grille. The condenser releases heat from the refrigerant into the outside air. The refrigerant then passes through the expansion valve, where it rapidly drops in pressure and temperature, becoming extremely cold. That cold refrigerant then passes through the evaporator, which sits inside your dashboard. A blower fan pushes air across the evaporator. That air gets ice cold, and that cold air travels through your vents, but only after it passes through one more thing: your cabin air filter. That filter sits between the evaporator and your vents. Every single cubic foot of air that comes out of your AC has to pass through it. When that filter is clean, airflow is unrestricted. Cold air flows freely. AC feels powerful. When that filter is clogged, and in most American cars it is, the evaporator is producing ice-cold air that has nowhere to go. It's like trying to breathe through a wet cloth. The AC system is working perfectly. You just can't feel it. According to a 2019 study by the Car Care Council, in 1 in 5 vehicles on American roads, a cabin air filter is so clogged, it's measurably reducing AC performance. That's over 50 million cars right now driving around with perfectly functional AC systems that feel weak because of a $15 filter. The condenser problem. The cabin filter is problem number 1. Problem number 2 sits at the front of your car, and it's completely invisible unless you know where to look. Your AC condenser. The condenser is a thin radiator-like component that sits directly behind your front grille. It releases heat from your refrigerant into the outside air. For this process to work efficiently, air needs to flow freely through it. Now think about where it sits, right behind the grille. Every bug, every piece of road debris, every leaf, every piece of dirt that enters through your front grille hits the condenser. Over years of driving, the condenser fins get packed with debris. Airflow gets restricted. The condenser can't release heat efficiently. The refrigerant stays warmer than it should. Your AC output drops. A study by the Society of Automotive Engineers found that a condenser operating at 80% airflow efficiency produces approximately 15 to 20% less cooling capacity than a clean condenser. On a 95-degree day, that difference is the gap between comfortable and miserable. The Japanese fix for this? A garden hose. 15 minutes, 0 cost. I'll show you exactly how in a moment. But first, there's a third factor that almost nobody talks about: the recirculation secret. There is one button in your car that can increase AC efficiency by up to 30% instantly. Most American drivers use it incorrectly every single day: the recirculation button. button. You know the one. It usually shows a car with a circular arrow inside it. Most people press it occasionally, forget about it, or never use it at all. Here's what it actually does. When recirculation is off, your AC pulls hot outside air into the cabin, cools it down, and pushes it through your vents. On a 95-degree summer day, your AC is constantly fighting to cool down 95-degree air. When recirculation is on, your AC pulls air from inside the cabin, recools it, and pushes it back through the vents. The air it's cooling is already 75 degrees from the previous cycle. Cooling 75-degree air is dramatically easier than cooling 95-degree air. A 2021 study published in the journal Applied Thermal Engineering measured the difference. With recirculation on, cabin temperature dropped to the target temperature 40% faster. Fuel consumption from AC load dropped by 7 to 8%, and compressor cycling became significantly more efficient, reducing wear. 40% faster cooling from pressing one button correctly. The correct way to use recirculation, and Japanese mechanics are very specific about this, is a two-phase approach. Phase 1, windows down, recirculation off for the first 60 to 90 seconds after you start the car. This pushes the hot air that's been baking inside your parked car out through the windows. Phase 2, windows up, recirculation on. Now your AC is cooling already cooled cabin air and reaches your target temperature dramatically faster. That's it. Free, instant. Works on every car built in the last 30 years. The temperature setting science. Here's something that surprises almost everyone when they first hear it. Setting your AC to the lowest possible temperature, maximum cold, is not the most efficient way to cool your car. Your AC system doesn't produce different temperatures. It produces one temperature, as cold as the evaporator can get, which is typically 35 to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. What changes when you adjust the temperature dial is how much of that cold air gets mixed with warm air before it reaches your vents. When you set it to maximum cold, you get 100% cold air. The system works at full capacity constantly. The compressor runs non-stop. Here's the problem. A compressor running non-stop cycles faster, generates more heat, and puts more load on your engine. On a very hot day, this can actually reduce cooling efficiency because the system is working so hard it can't maintain optimal refrigerant temperatures. The Japanese approach, and this is backed by Toyota's own internal research published in 2018, is to set the temperature to 72 to 74 degrees Fahrenheit rather than maximum cold. Allow the system to reach that temperature, then maintain it. The compressor cycles more efficiently, the system stabilizes, and the actual cabin temperature ends up lower and more consistent than running on maximum cold constantly. Set it, let it stabilize, don't touch it. Your AC will work harder with less effort.
Now let's put everything together into the complete Japanese AC optimization method, step by step. Step 1, the cabin air filter. Open your glove box, press the sides inward to lower it past its stops. The filter housing is right there. Pull it out and look at it. If it's gray, brown, or you can't see light through it, replace it. A cabin air filter costs $10 to $20 at any auto parts store. Takes 5 minutes to replace with 0 tools. But here is something most people don't know. If the filter is only moderately dirty, you can extend its life significantly. Take it outside and use compressed air to blow out the debris from the clean side backward through the filter. This won't restore a completely dead filter, but it can add months of life to a moderately dirty one. Result, immediate airflow improvement through your vents. In severe cases, this single step can make your AC feel 30 to 40% stronger instantly. Step 2, the condenser clean. Park your car, pop the hood, and look through your front grille. You'll see the condenser, a thin grid of fins, usually black or silver, sitting right behind the grille. Get a garden hose with a gentle spray setting, not a pressure washer. Pressure washers bend the delicate fins and cause permanent damage. A regular garden hose only. Spray through the grille directly at the condenser. Work from top to bottom. You'll see debris, bugs, and dirt washing out from the other side. If you can access the condenser from the engine side, spray from the engine side outward through the grille. This pushes debris out in the natural direction. Take your time, 5 to 10 minutes. Let it dry for 15 minutes before you start the car. A clean condenser can recover 15 to 20% of lost cooling capacity according to SAE research. On a hot day, that's the difference between comfortable and miserable. Step 3, the recirculation protocol. Exactly as described, 60 to 90 seconds, windows down, recirculation off. Then, windows up, recirculation on. Every single time you get in the car on a hot day, without exception. This alone, if you've never used recirculation correctly, will make your AC feel noticeably stronger within the first drive. Step 4. Temperature optimization. Set to 72 degrees, not maximum cold. Let the system stabilize for 5 minutes, then adjust by 1 or 2 degrees if needed. Don't keep changing it. Every adjustment forces the system to recalibrate and interrupts the cooling cycle. Step 5. The optional upgrade. If after steps 1 through 4 your AC is still underperforming, and only then, consider one additional step: an AC evaporator cleaner spray. Your evaporator can develop mold, mildew, and bacteria buildup over time, especially in humid climates. This buildup restricts airflow and also causes that musty smell when you first turn on the AC in summer. Products like Wynn's AC Cleaner or Johnson's AC Evaporator Cleaner, available for $10 to $20 at any auto parts store, can be sprayed through the cabin air filter housing directly onto the evaporator. They kill bacteria, dissolve buildup, and restore airflow. Japanese mechanics recommend doing this once a year as preventative maintenance, particularly before summer begins. Total cost of this entire method, $0 to $40, depending on whether you need a new filter and evaporator spray. Dealer cost for an AC diagnostic and recharge, $150 to $250, before they've even identified whether there's a real problem. When this won't work. Now, the part that actually builds trust. When this method won't fix your AC. Being honest about this matters because there are situations where no amount of filter cleaning or condenser washing will help, and you need to know this up front. Situation 1. Low refrigerant. If your system has a refrigerant leak, the steps above won't restore full cooling. Signs of low refrigerant: AC blows cool but not cold. System takes extremely long to cool the cabin even with recirculation on. You hear a faint hissing sound near AC components, or your AC works fine in the morning but loses power progressively as the day gets hotter. A refrigerant recharge at a certified shop runs $100 to $200. But here's the critical part. If you just recharge without fixing the leak, you'll be back in the same situation in 6 to 12 months and you'll have paid twice. Always ask the shop to perform a leak test before recharging. A proper leak test costs $50 to $100 and can save you hundreds. Situation 2. Compressor failure. A failing compressor makes a distinct noise, a grinding, rattling, or squealing sound that appears or becomes louder specifically when you engage the AC. If you hear this, the steps above won't help. But before assuming full compressor failure, check the compressor clutch. The clutch is the electromagnetic mechanism that engages the compressor. Sometimes the clutch fails while the compressor itself is perfectly fine. A clutch replacement costs $200 to $400, significantly less than a full compressor replacement at $800 to $1,500. Situation 3. Electrical issues. If your AC turns on and off randomly, the blower fan works intermittently, or the system simply won't engage at all, you likely have an electrical issue. Blown fuse, faulty relay, or a failing blower motor resistor. These require a proper diagnostic, but are often inexpensive fixes, $20 to $150 in most cases. Check your fuse box first. Your owner's manual shows the exact AC fuse location. A blown AC fuse costs $1 to replace and takes 2 minutes. The bottom line on when to get professional help. If you've completed all 5 steps of the Japanese method and your AC is still not performing adequately, get a professional diagnostic. But now you'll walk into that shop knowing exactly what questions to ask, what the tests should cost, and what a fair repair price looks like. That knowledge alone is worth more than the diagnostic fee. Prevention, the Japanese approach. Japanese automotive culture doesn't just fix problems, it prevents them. Here is the preventative maintenance schedule that keeps AC systems running efficiently for the life of the vehicle. Every 12 months or every spring before summer begins, replace or inspect your cabin air filter. Clean your condenser with a garden hose. Spray evaporator cleaner through the filter housing. Run AC on maximum for 10 minutes to ensure all components are cycling correctly and there are no unusual noises. Every 2 years, have a certified technician check refrigerant level and system pressure. Not because you expect a problem, but because catching a slow refrigerant leak early costs $50 to fix. Catching it after the compressor has run dry from low refrigerant costs $1,500. Every time you use the car in summer, recirculation protocol, 60 to 90 seconds windows down, then recirculation on, temperature set to 72, every single time. One more Japanese tip that costs absolutely nothing. Park in shade whenever possible. A car parked in direct sunlight on a 90-degree day reaches an interior temperature of 130 to 160 72 degrees Fahrenheit.
Dealer diagnostic alone is $150. Japanese mechanics have known this for decades. The information exists. It's just never been put together in a way that makes it easy for the average car owner to act on. Now you have it. If this saved you money, or if you learned something you didn't know before, hit the like button. It takes 1 second, and it helps this channel reach more people who are overpaying for car repairs they don't need. Subscribe to Your Motor Care. Every week we break down exactly this kind of information, researched, verified, and designed to keep money in your pocket and your car running the way it should. Drop a comment below right now. Tell me what your AC is doing. Weak airflow, not cold enough, musty smell, works in the morning but dies by afternoon. Whatever it is, describe it. I read every single comment, and your questions directly shape what we cover next on this channel. See you in the next one.